Good morning. I'm Sandy Walden, your Master Grief Coach with Serenity. If you're joining me, give me a wave, say hello. Let me know what you're thinking because I really do value your input. Recently the subject of boundaries has been coming up so much. I see it on Facebook, I hear it in conversations with friends, I'm hearing it with clients. And I think it's a worthy conversation because it's not small. It's huge. It's huge, and it has to do with so many things. Often, the first thing I will see or hear when we talk about conversations is I say no. I stand in my power and I say a hard, firm no. Awesome. That matters. It's definitely a piece. A piece. But it's not everything, is it? I think about my yard where I have way too much coffee every morning. And this morning I was out there thinking about boundaries. We no longer have small children or animals, so we don't have a fence. But we still have very clearly established boundaries with trees, bushes, flowers. It's a soft boundary. Our neighbors, I hope, certainly know they're welcome to walk over and join us. And we can leave this whenever we choose. The entries and the exits are soft. At the same time, when my grandkids visit, they know, they can tell where we end and another begins. And so they don't go into a neighbor's yard without asking permission. That's what boundaries are about, to my mind. They might be brick and 20 feet tall and have razor wire on top. That's one sort of boundary, but they don't have to be. Boundaries are not just about saying no and keeping someone else out. It's also about knowing where we belong. Ooh, do I have any business telling them what to do? Do I have any business mucking about in their stuff? Maybe I do. That's okay. Minding my boundaries, being aware of where I end and someone else begins, doesn't mean that we can never go there, but it does mean that we have conversation, we ask permission, and we invite them to do the same. I was having a conversation with a client the other day. Now, we're working because she's lost someone she loves tremendously. Boundaries have been a huge issue with her on and off for years. Not just saying no, but not overextending. She does an awful lot of work with people who have been abused, with people who are underserved in the community. And it's been her tendency in the past to jump in and try to do everything. This is part of her experience. Grief is not just about how we feel when we're at home. She has a career, she has a family, she has friends, and her grief oozes into all of those things. One of the things she told me the other day is as she's becoming more comfortable with maintaining her boundaries, she's seeing her clients flourish because she is supporting them in taking good care of herself. She's not jumping in and doing for them, which is something she might have done in the past. As she's maintaining those boundaries, how can I support you without depleting myself? She's feeling better, her clients are flourishing, and she's taking it home as well. She's building and maintaining new boundaries with her husband and with her children and her friends. Saying yes when she really means yes, saying no when she really means no, being open to negotiation. The other piece of that is as she's so mindful of these beautiful boundaries, she is not overstepping and pushing what she wants on someone else, whether it's family or friends. These boundaries are not just for us, they're for others. Now, when I think about boundaries, I think about a scalloped fence with flowers on the inside. It means that I am welcome and I welcome others, but only when it's right for them and for me. My boundaries are much more clearly established these days. At the same time, I think about my boundaries having fences, or excuse me, gates that swing open and close much more easily when it's right for me and when it's right for others. So boundaries are about respect and appreciation. It's about taking really good care of ourselves. It's about supporting others to take care of themselves. It's about knowing the difference between support and enabling. It's about knowing when it's okay to offer as opposed to push, when it's okay to receive as opposed to being having something shoved onto us, and that's not good English, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. Boundaries. It's a beautiful subject. And when we maintain our boundaries, when we are flexible about making our boundaries more solid at times, lower and more porous at others, it serves us so much better. This, as I say, grief does not only address one aspect of our life. It's about our home life. It's about our emotions. It's about our friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, how we behave in the grocery store. Boundaries. I encourage you to be clear about what boundaries serve you and what boundaries are not serving you so well. I encourage you to be clear about how you take care of yourself and mind your own boundaries and where you might be overstepping somewhere else. Because when we have that awareness, then we can make a shift that's really good for us and really good for others. This is something I work with all of my clients with, whether we're working with coaching or Reiki or hypnosis. And it's something I continue to work with on myself. Because guess what? I'm not the same woman I was yesterday, and I've not yet grown into who I'll be tomorrow. And that is not only okay, it's kind of exciting. That means there's room for healing, there's room for growth, there's room for transformation. When you're ready, just either send me a message or send me a private message, and let's talk about how I can support you with your boundaries, with your healing. Because together, healing grief is much easier. I always think about it as walking that path through grief into healing. And it's my pleasure, my honor to support you, to walk with you arm in arm. I would love it if you're watching this on replay to let me know what you think about boundaries. What do they mean to you? How are they serving you? How are they supporting people you care about? Would you like to shift? Or would you like to maintain exactly how things are? No right or wrong, just what's right or wrong for you. So for now, I'm going to wish you a wonderful day of joy and healing. And I look forward to talking to you very soon. I'm Sandy Walden, your grief coach with Serenity. Namaste.